Hi, this is Mika from Go Big Coaching, and today we are talking about how your dog can support your mindfulness practice. Because there's one thing that all dogs share, no matter what past issues they're carrying around, they are always in the here and now. And that's a wonderful thing, and a thing that is usually a little tricky for most of us to stay in the present, to focus. So I'm learning a lot from my dog. I've had her for 1.5 years now. She's about 4. Miss Lili, you sometimes see her in the photos. Often actually, right? One of the rules I've set for myself is that at least 2 walks a day of the 3 or 4 we do are me time. So that means I leave my headphones at home. I am not making calls. I'm not listening to podcasts as much as I like them. I'm not listening to music. I'm just there with Lily and with my thoughts and let them wander and really use the time to focus on her and focus on what comes to mind. So that's a good starting point. Maybe that's something you want to try if you're a dog owner. But I have 3 more tips that are a little more out there, but they are fun and it's kind of a little playful, and these things can also increase your mindfulness. So number 1, be a tree toucher. So what I mean by that, you don't have to hug trees. That would maybe go a little far, especially in a city park. If you feel like it, please go ahead. What I mean is when your dog stops to sniff or pee and you're close to a tree, touch the tree and just focus for a second or 2 or 3 on how the bark feels under your hand, how the tree feels on your skin. Is it cold or warm, dry or wet? And if you still have a little time, just look around you. What do you see? Are there squirrels, bugs? Is there moss on the tree? And what do you hear? Is there bird song? And also, what can you smell? Well, are there flowers nearby that have a strong scent? Or are there the sprinklers on so you get that wonderful smell of wet grass? In summer at least it's wonderful, in winter maybe not quite that much. All these things. So it's like a little check-in for just a few seconds, but it just brings you fully into the present. And that's what we're trying to do with this. So I can really strongly recommend doing that a few times on your walk as your dog stops. Number 2, say thank you. Gratitude. I always come back to gratitude because it's such a helpful tool. So what I'm trying to do is most mornings, I try to find 10 things to say thank you for. So that can be, I'm trying to focus on things that I see around me first of all, or that come to mind as I walk. But theoretically, of course, you can also start with what's easier for you. Maybe you want to start with being grateful for your family or something. That's, of course, perfectly fine too. I usually am grateful for nice views I have, like a beautiful blue sky, flowers that hadn't been open the day before, something like that. Also, if it's a little warmer than I expected, I'm usually very grateful for that. Then I go to things like having healthy legs and feet to walk. These things. But you can be grateful for whatever you feel like, of course. I usually say my thank you out loud. Not very loud, but I really just, I walk and I say thank you. It doesn't really, nobody really hears it. But you don't have to do that, but I think it brings us even more into the present. And if the 10 things become very easy, go higher. Try 20. It's definitely a good exercise because gratitude and mindfulness very, very much go hand in hand. And tip number 3, that's kind of like a funny one, and the dog trainers among you probably don't want to listen to that. Let your dog lead every once in a while. I sometimes do that because I am such a routine person. If it's completely up to me, all my walks are pretty much the same. 2 routes with 3. I have 3 routes, but all my walks would be the variations on those 3 routes if it were completely up to me. So sometimes I let Lily take the lead, and she may lead me to paths that I wouldn't necessarily go to. And she leads me to things I haven't seen before. Even after having lived by this particular park here, Seattle Center, for years now, 5 years, and having walked there with her for 1.5 years, just like last week, she dragged me down a tiny little path, and I had never been there. It's like, okay, interesting. And you just focus a little more on your surroundings when your dog does that. So that's kind of a neat little tip to try out too. And don't be afraid. I don't think people will consider you the crazy dog lady on the block if you do these things. I've been doing them for over a year now, and people don't cross side of the street or something when they see me. I think you should be fine. And maybe if you have other pets, cats or rabbits or fish, birds, let us know in the comments how they help you improve your mindfulness. And for the dog owners among you, I hope this was helpful. Leave me a like, follow this channel, or check me out on Instagram. I share tips every day there. And this was it for today. I am Mika, and I'm here to help you go big.